How surprised are you guys that the Lions are the ones that eliminated Rodgers, and just general stance on where the Packers sit right now, Peter?
You know what? I think we're going to do a lot of Packers this week. We're going to do a lot of Packers this offseason. You guys are the new hosts. Just you don't even know. 7 a.m. Rodgers. 8 a.m. Rodgers. 9 a.m. Let's give the Lions their due.
Let's do it.
Nothing to play for is what everyone said. And these Lions, young guns, came into Lambeau, and they played so free and so fearless. And I want to shout out the coaching staff, Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, and Dan Campbell for some of these fourth quarter decisions, and replay them for you guys here. 4th down early in the fourth quarter, 4th and 2. We're going to throw the ball. We're going to convert. We're going to bleed the clock and keep it going. And then a 2nd and 17 play call where they're backed up here. To call this in the fourth quarter of a big game, can we go to the call for Mike Tirico? Because I think his audio is what you need. 2nd and 17, fourth quarter in Lambeau, game.
The Lions have thrown in a couple of spots here you'd expect them to run. They do against St. Brown, who pitches it back to Swift, who's on the run. Swift inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. You talk about letting it all hang out. Oh, my goodness. Oh!
Where's Jack Buck? I don't believe what I just saw.
That's great.
Shout out to Jack Buck. And then you get the 4th and 1, and we're not kicking a field goal. We're going for it. We're throwing the ball. Rodgers will not have his valiant 80-yard drive in Lambeau to get them to the playoffs. Instead, this young, fiery, fearless Lions team goes in with, quote-unquote, nothing to play for and flips the table. You know, before the game, or early in the game, Melissa Stark had Dan Campbell, and she was like, you know, you guys got eliminated. He goes, we want to beat them. And, like, looked at the camera, and I'm at home, like, all right, okay. Like, that was awesome from the Lions, and what a launch pad into the offseason and next season, where guess what? The Lions, they've got the Rams' first-round pick. Looks like that's going to be their number 4, number 6. I got to do the math. They have a top 10 pick. Here come the Lions. You better believe it. And gosh, do I love that win for them. Sorry, Green Bay, at every opportunity. You didn't get the job done. Aaron Rodgers' conversation. It'll come. But today is about the Lions.
Yeah, let's give the Lions some love. Friday, we all went around the table. We had hats out. We were picking teams who we thought were going to win. And I was like, hey, even if Seattle wins that game, the Detroit Lions are going to show up and be ready to play. They're a young team. When you're young, you're hungry. You just want to go out there and make plays. And the young guys did. 2 rookies out there on the field last night. You look at Aiden Hutchinson and you look at Kirby Joseph. These guys were all over the field. Aiden Hutchinson, 9.5 sacks on the season. Had 2 last night, getting after Aaron Rodgers and making plays. You said it in the highlight, Kyle. Kirby Joseph, 3 interceptions off of Aaron Rodgers. Could have had 2 this season. Just continuing to go off. When you have young guys who get it, they understand it. Kirby Joseph, after the game, so he didn't know if it was going to be Aaron Rodgers' last game. He said, but if it is, I'm going to package this ball up and send it to him, and hopefully he'll sign it. He said, but better yet, if he doesn't retire, more plays to be made. This young Lions team has an edge about them. Deshaun Elliott, their other safety, he was talking after the game and was just like, no, we don't like them. They don't respect us. A-Rod doesn't respect us. He said, I know he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but I don't like the way he goes about it. I don't care about any of that bleep. Deshaun Elliott fired up in the locker room after the game. There's no love lost. They wanted to end the Packers season. A young team who's trying to put their stable and say, hey, in this division, we're somebody that we want to be reckoned with. So
it's a great take, and I want to apologize to the Lions for saying this, but I really mean it. I can't believe it. I can't believe what I just saw. And I don't think the Packers can believe it. And I don't think Rodgers can believe it. I don't think they can believe that they're going to wake up this morning and be like, did we really lose to the Lions at home? What the hell was that?
We eliminated Lions.
We got eliminated. They were out, and now we're out, and we're sitting with the Lions and the Bears watching the playoffs. And I will start changing my thinking about not being able to believe it. Here's the reason I can't believe it. That win last night was the 2nd biggest Lions win of my lifetime. When I was in 7th grade, they beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. 7th grade, I had glasses. It was a disgusting haircut. And then this one. Lions in the playoffs back in the early 90s, and then Lions already eliminated from the playoffs, but just ruining the Packers' world in their beautiful field, in front of their banners, and under the wintry Wisconsin night. It's just an amazing thing. Amazing, amazing thing. Aiden Hutchinson, this rookie, is jumping into the stands, the hallowed grounds. We got Alex Anzalone running around high-fiving fans. I can't believe it. And I'm going to get over it, and I'm going to start to believe it. But for right now, I can't believe it. This is supposed to be in the divisional round, and they just lost to some NFC. No, they lost to the Lions. And I just have to say, they probably did us a favor. Once I saw the potential matchup, do we really need to see the Packers get the crap kicked out of them by the Niners for the 50th time in the playoffs? I'm out on that. I really do. And it's too bad the Lions can't get in. They didn't win enough early on. But they were the better team this time when they played the Packers, last time when they played the Packers, next time when they played the Packers. This was no fluke. I can't believe it, but I promise I will start believing it based on what I saw. It was amazing. Amazing.
The highlight with Kirby Joseph with his 3 picks in a season, it was the first time ever done, that ties for the most of any player in a career. Brian Urlacher did it 3 times. Kirby Joseph's already done it 3 times. He just took care of business in his first season. Okay, Lions love, Lions love, Lions love.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
All right.
Okay.
Do it.
What does this mean for Aaron Rodgers, you guys? I know this is our first 6 months on the show, so I feel like we have to start the offseason with the Aaron Rodgers conversation now because there's this one guy that I feel like could hold the key over the next 6 months and drive this conversation. It's Christian Watson. It's a weird start to the season. We're talking about Christian Watson in August. What is this guy? Well, then he showed us early. Had this massively important drop in the Vikings game, and like that hands to the head, the brief, I cannot believe I just did that. I just tainted my entire season with Aaron Rodgers. It wasn't looking pretty. It was like the classic Rodgers face of like, what is this guy doing? I can't get on the same page. How many lunches do I have to go to with this rookie to get him on? And then they got on the same page. They arrived. November was an awesome month for Christian Watson. This feels like the difference maker here. Is it a guy that Rodgers is going to invest in? The Packers already invested in him, both of the guys. So what is Rodgers going to do moving forward? What face are we going to see this offseason? Because there's the Cheshire Cat, and then there's the ponytail coming out of the side of the helmet. Which one are we going to get? This is going to be the rest of us for the next 6 months talking about this guy. Just bank it, save it for every A block apparently in May, June, and July, because here are the faces, frustrated or conniving. We're not sure. I felt like I had to get that up. The Lions was really fun to watch, but like, this is new. This is new. We got to talk Rodgers. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.